everybody, welcome to my living room once again. So a lot of you guys have asked me about hairstyles on hair types that I do not have, and I have never done hair on another human being or makeup, although I did do Miss Kristen's makeup today, and I do have to say that it looks pretty amazing if I do say so myself. But anyway, so my lovely friend Kristen, who you guys have seen in my videos before, has a mass of awesome curls. A massive awesomeness of curls, something like that. So anyways, and she also does not have bangs, so I thought I would kill two birds with one stone and do a style with bangs and curly hair today, and then I'm going to do a couple more videos for you guys with different styles using her curly head of hair. And you have fine hair, right?
It's really fine.
Pretty fine.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's just...
It's big when it's curly. So today I am going to be doing a blow dry and a set of curls and a barrel rolls to show you guys how to do it when you don't have bangs. So let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Awapui Wild Ginger Styling Treatment Oil, and this is going to help smooth any frizz that is happening in Miss Kristen's hair. I'm just going to do one pump because her hair is a little bit shorter. I usually do two on mine, but mine is longer. And you don't want to use too much of this stuff also because it will make your hair kind of greasy, and greasy will not be good to hold curls. So I'm going to take my paddle brush and just brush that stuff through. So now I am taking my handy dandy blow dryer. Okay, so now I'm going to dry her hair section by section, and I'm going to section her hair into 4 quadrants. And then you're going to take quadrant in each direction. So I'm going to start with this little section, and I'm just going to use my round brush. It's got holes in it and it's metal so that the hot air can blow through it, blows your hair or dries your hair a little faster. Okay, so I have dried the first quadrant of hair, and as you can see, it's a little fuzzy, but once we do the curl, it'll be okay. But her crazy mop of curls is definitely subdued, so a little curl in the end is okay. I mean, we're gonna curl it anyways, so it's not a huge deal. So I'm basically gonna do the same thing over the whole rest of her head. Okay, so the reason that I blow dried her hair instead of flat ironing it is because if you use a flat iron, it's going to take all of the potential curl out of your hair. So if you flat iron your hair and then you try to curl it on top of it, it's going to be limp and flat and it's not going to hold curl. But if you blow dry it, it's just giving it the suggestion of being flat, so it'll actually hold curl after that. Another tip for you gals that have a hard time with your hair holding curl, if you curl it, pin it, and then sleep on it that way, just cover it with a scarf, that will also help it hold curl for longer. So let's start with the barrel roll. Okay, so you're just going to take your hair from, I guess that's side of forehead to side of forehead. Make sure it's fairly even. And then you can pull from as far back as you want. It doesn't have to be super straight across because it's kind of going to be hidden, but if you're a stickler and you have to have it straight, you can just section it with your comb. So it really just depends on the shape of your head for how much you're going to want to pull. Kristen here has a high forehead, so I'm not going to pull too much because then it's going to be too far back on her head and it's going to accentuate that. So now you're going to pull back the rest of the hair so that it doesn't get caught into your barrel roll. Ah, it's weird tying a ponytail on somebody else's hair. What am I doing? It's all backwards. Just a disclaimer for you guys, it's the first time I've ever done any of my styles on somebody else's hair, so if this turns out god-awful, it's not my fault, I'm just trying to help you guys.
It's not going to.
So now, you're going to take this front section, and you're just going to do it just like I did mine with my bangs, but obviously your hair is longer here. You're just going to give them all a little curl in the direction that you want your barrel to go, just to kind of give them the suggestion of a barrel roll, so then when you're actually teasing and pinning, it makes it a little easier. And you don't have to pin it, you don't have to pin curl it because you're not really trying to get it in there super tight. Oh, this is a good look for you. What's up, 90s Kristen? Okay, so once your hair, you're gonna wait for it to cool down a little bit so that it doesn't, so the curl kind of stays a little. And then you're gonna section it once again and tease those sections heavily at the roots. Okay, so now you have this sweet hairdo. So you're gonna give it a little spray just to set it. And then you're gonna smooth that top layer of hair. Okay, so now you're gonna take that hair. She's got some flyaways, so I'm gonna give her another spray and another smooth. And put my armpit in your face.
Love it.
Oh, you have it. Beef. You just want to try to get it as smooth as possible. You curly haired gals, you're gonna have a little bit of a harder time, but just, you know, work with what you got. Okay, so now you're gonna take your hair and you're just gonna, it should all kind of curl the same way at the top, and you're gonna pull it a little bit towards the side that you're gonna put the curl on, or the barrel roll on. And this is really the key when you have long hair, because if you start it straight from the top, by the time you get here, it's gonna have a weird gangster lean. So you just roll it down, and be sure not to pull too much on this side so you still have some volume. And then I'm actually going to pin from the back so it's easier for me on this side of her head, but you can pin from the front so you can see kind of what you're doing. Try to hide the pins as best you can. And you also want to make sure that you pin the hair down enough in the back so that you can't see straight through the barrel. That's my pet peeve when girls do barrel rolls or victory rolls. When you can see straight through the barrel, it looks so strange. So in her hair, it's more of like a little ice cream swirl, but it's still super cute. And that is how you do a barrel roll when you do not have bangs or you have curly hair. So be sure to stay tuned for my next style, where I will be doing a Marilyn Monroe inspired look on this lovely lady with her now straightened curly hair. Bye!